Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your March Tarot forecast. Wow, you need to get ready because you are not going to be the same person in 6 months from now. It's like what is happening now in your reading in the sky for you is a little bit crazy. And I was reading these cards and I'm sitting here and I'm noticing like, wow, the themes of change and like your values changing, what you want to do with your time, with your life maybe. And we'll dive into this in 1 second, but I just want to let you know, like when I was reading this and just feeling into it energetically, I was like, wow, something like major is happening for Capricorn. And what is this about? So then I checked the astrology before I jumped on here. And I want to let you know, you are about to experience a Cazimi. Okay. So that is when two planets, well, it's when one planet gets close to the sun and it passes the sun. So your ruling planet is Saturn. So Saturn and the sun are coming together. Okay. So that is a Cazimi. Now, why is this important? Because when we have a new moon, for example, that is the moon Cazimi, the sun. That is the moon with the sun. So the two of them come together. So that's a new cycle. It's a new start. It's a fresh chapter, etc. Right? That's why we do the new moon workshops, for example, so we can work with that energy. Now, when you have Saturn and the sun coming together, that is a big deal. And really, it's a big deal for all of us, but for you specifically, I would even say especially if your Capricorn energy or if your rising sign is Capricorn, but for all of you, like this is a huge shift because this is like a rebirth for Saturn. And Saturn is your planet. Okay, so Capricorn, that means that your identity, how you do things, how you spend your time, your energy, your money, Saturn is connected to karma. So maybe a lot of you have paid off a lot of karma already. And that's like your first card here with this Two of Coins and with this moon energy here. And it's really interesting because I was going to say, I feel like a lot of you have maybe paid off karma for your family. Maybe there's been family issues or whatever drama, just addictions or things that you've noticed from the family for years and years and years. And I feel like with Saturn getting a rebirth, you have this opportunity to also experience a rebirth in your life. Now, I feel like a lot of that means that the karma is paid off and that chapter is closing. And these are big cycles. This is a huge cycle that is closing for you. But what's interesting about this is because the Two of Coins is reversed and it's beside the moon card. The moon is also connected to our ancestors and our family, but more specifically, our mother and our mother's side, the lineage from the mother's side. So I want you to really review what you've learned, what you've taken or got from your mother or the grandmother, or it could be just like, well, no, it's both for sure. So whatever you've received from your mother, your grandmother, and that can be limiting beliefs, that can be fears, anxieties, judgment, self-ridicule, whatever. It's like that, I'm like burping, like it's time to let it go. Like we are clearing that out. And now we are entering eclipse season. This is also literally an eclipse. Like, bitch, bitch, buckle up. Like, you will be fine. This is all a really good thing, but there's a lot of old karma closing out. Like, literally, 10 of coins, 9 of coins. And this card, this 10 of coins, this really means, like, everyone talks about, like, oh, it's amazing, it's a 10 of coins. And yes, but sometimes the 10 of coins is a little bit toxic because it's the same structures, it's the same foundations that your family has established, or the traditions or the ideas or the beliefs that your ancestors have established, you continue to carry them. So when I see a 10 of coins reverse, especially beside a 9 of coins reverse, this is not only a change in the family, this is a change in you, and the change in you is affecting this change in the family. So like you are like healing generations right now. So there's a change in you and that influences a change in the family. there is a change in the family and that influences a change in you. So they both work together, and it doesn't always feel nice. I'm not saying that like, oh, change is always easy. Like, it's not. But what's beautiful about this is right in the smack center, the smack dab middle, you've got this Page of Cups and then a Nine of Wands reverse and a Five of Swords reverse. Oh my God, there's a lot like coming through here. Okay. You are better understanding how not to like take the bait, for example. So it's like, maybe it's your mom, or it's another person, or just the general public. But like, it's like in the past, maybe you would get easily triggered and you would just pop off, or you would like say something and like later you'd regret it or whatever. But now it's like when you see that opportunity to just pop off or to freak out or to like have a fucking, you just don't. Or you're going to notice it and you're going to now start working on not letting that sort of bait like throw you off. You're just going to see it and you're like, okay, like go over there. I don't care. It's not worth my energy. It's not worth my time. And it's like you value yourself more than maybe, like, I think you valued yourself before, but now you're like valuing your peace more. And there's like this thought process that's like, okay, I could freak out and get myself upset and just like have a meltdown and ruin my day. Or I could just like, no, put that over there. I'm not doing this. I don't care. And I'm moving on because I am worth it. I want to keep my own peace internally. I'm not going to freak out and pop off just because this thing is maybe intentionally trying to trigger me, or because this thing is just always triggering me and it always has triggered me. And well, now you're learning how to manage that energy differently. And I really like that for you. Now, the other thing that is really important, you've got a Nine of Cups here reversed. You've got a lot of nines, actually. You've got and a Ten of Swords. You've got a lot of tens and a lot of nines, and they're all upside down. You have a lot of nines and a lot of tens, and they're all upside down. So I feel like a lot of you are just sick. I'm hearing actually sick of your own shit. Maybe some of you are just sick of other people's shit. Maybe some of you are actually experiencing sickness or some kind of issue because there's been so much stress up until now. And I feel like you're just overall overwhelmed, exhausted, depleted. So now, or maybe you've experienced that overwhelm, that exhaustion, and that's what led you to this new energy of like liberation, and you're ready to try something new. You're not going to take the bait and freak out. You're just going to like, okay, you're going to put it down. It's like you know how to take care of yourself better now. You know how to establish better boundaries and relationships and communication. And like sometimes Capricorn doesn't want to communicate. They just think like you're a fucking idiot and I'm not dealing with you. But like it's better when you sit down and you communicate. Or some of you are, you know, kind of shut down. Like you're a little bit stone cold and I'm not talking. It's like, well, go for it. Open up. Be vulnerable, you know? Like I think now you're learning how to balance that. Now, it feels a little bit foreign, of course, because I've got that Hermit card here. This is Hermit. This is like, you don't know where you're going. And you can only really see like 2 or 3 steps ahead. That's enough. You don't need to know the whole plan. And I know, Capricorn, chill. It's like, you want to strategize. You want to know what you're doing. You want to take control of the situation. Fuck off. You can't, okay? We have Mercury retrograding very soon. We already have Venus retrograding, and we're entering eclipse season. Bitch, this is the wild, wild west right now, okay? So it's like, get ready. Now, with this 999, there's a lot of things that you have worked for, a lot of maybe blood, sweat, and like tears that you've just contributed, and now you're like, don't care, I surrender it, I don't want it. Good. Don't take it with you if you don't really want it. If you don't really value it, let it go. Clean it out. It's not for you. This is a deep identity change that is happening for you. And part of that reason is because Venus is retrograde. Now, Venus only retrogrades every 18 months, every year and a half. That's not often. So this is really an opportunity for you to pivot in a new direction. Now, you need to take that opportunity seriously because Mercury is also going retrograde and we are entering eclipse season. And it is the start of the new energetic year in like 10 days, okay? March 20th or so, when we hit Aries season, that is the first zodiac sign, okay? It's the first one, which means that is the start of a fresh cycle, a new wheel. So that's your opportunity to actually start something new. And with this 10 of Swords reverse, you've been kicking this dead fucking horse with people who can't commit, they can't show up, and I think that their behavior or their wishy-washy, whatever, it makes you feel confused. Well, now you know what you don't want to be. You know what you want to be doing and you know what you don't want to be doing. So it's time to take action. And that feels a little bit scary, but there's a lot of energy here right now supporting you, especially with this Venus retrograde that is asking you to prioritize yourself. Now, if you're still here watching this because this is resonating with your life, do something with this energy, okay? Watch the retrograde workshop. I have one workshop with both Venus retrograde. Remember, it's every year and a half. This is serious. And this is about your love life. This is about your finances, because Venus is connected to our finances. This is also about our creativity, our sexuality, our values, how we see ourselves, what we value, how we spend our time, our money. Like, all of this is shifting, and Mercury is about to go retrograde also, which means there's going to be a lot in the mind shifting, perspective, the stories, the limitations in the mind. We're clearing all of that out. So it's like, don't just close this app and like, okay, I'm going to go on my day. Like, no, go and watch the workshop. I promise you it will help you. I promise you it will help you. Okay. I'm going to tag it down here. It's also available on my website. It is a Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde workshop. They are both in the same one, okay? If this is helpful, let me know in the comments. If you want to see your year ahead, I have your 2025 tarot forecast also available on my website. Whatever. Go do your homework. I love you. Send this to a friend. Share it on your Instagram story. Like, I'm here. I support you literally every month for the last 3 years. Like, come on, support me back, okay? Send this to a friend. Go do your homework. That's just prioritize yourself. Go.